All right, man, we're back with a part two because apparently this kid had an accomplice. When we first started this, I thought it was just him because crazy little kid shoots his grandparents. But then apparently there's another gun, so we're gonna jump back into it and figure out, what's going on. By the way, shaved, so that's why I'm back on camera. Let's do it.
Feel really good about myself being so compliant, though.
You should. I mean, and here's what.
I feel really good for being compliant though. This kid is such a jackass, bro. Like 100% jackass. Anyway,
One of the things too, Isaiah, I want to make sure that this is abundantly clear, is that I know that as we talk through these things, don't embellish anything with me. Okay? You got to shoot me straight. Okay? I need to know.
He knows how to shoot straight, all right.
Okay, who was over at the house, who you talked to, and it's not you snitching. You know what that is? It's you telling me the truth.
Are they gonna get arrested?
I have
He's a
no
white boy. He
control
doesn't know
over
about
what happened.
snitching.
All right, here, let's put it like this. There was one more gun, and
Okay.
I took that, but I didn't use it.
What gun was that?
Sawed off 12 gauge.
Okay. What'd you do with that?
Sold it.
Okay.
And then I gave
Sold
the
it.
assault rifle to Brandon Ahlers, gave the TV to Brandon Ahlers.
So you didn't throw it. You didn't throw away
Nope.
Okay, in the last video I said the wrong name. It's actually Brandon Ahlers. I don't know what I said, but it was something that was not right. So, Brandon Ahlers.
Nope.
the gun. Okay.
And they transported it out of town right away.
Okay. How come they transported it out of town?
Okay, they didn't want hot guns.
Did you tell them it was hot?
They knew I'd killed my grandparents. They came in the house right after it happened.
And why would Brandon be going over to your house on Sunday?
He wanted to steal the truck. The white truck.
Okay.
He wanted that white truck.
Did he talk to you about that?
Yep.
How did he talk to you about it?
He wanted to know where the title was. He wanted to know where everything was.
Manipulating this guy. So they already know, oh, he's a little crazy bastard. We're just going to let him kill his little grandparents and steal all the shit. Hey, I mean, damn, get how you live, but he's the problem. The kid is the problem, not Brandon Ahlers, in my opinion.
The road is my ass.
Okay. And did he tell you that? I mean, had you told him that you'd killed your grandparents? Okay. And what did he say?
He was the one who gave me the nicotine poisoning suggestion.
I thought you said you got that over the internet.
Okay, he's a piece of shit, too.
That was him.
It's possible that rather than protecting other people as he claimed, he left this part out of the story for self-serving reasons. He may have known that there was no explanation for people being in the house after the murders that would fit with his narrative to the detective about how he was immediately remorseful.
If somebody told you what to do, I need to know that. If you found on the internet, I need to know that. But don't mix those two up, okay? You gotta shoot straight with me.
He told me about all this, and
Okay, the cop is basically trying to get him to snitch. Like, he's trying to get him to say, like, it wasn't just you going online. Brandon told you to go online and do all of this. Like, he influenced you. That's what I think he's trying to go for.
I looked it up on the internet.
Okay, when did he tell you about that?
Same day, Friday.
On Friday?
Yep.
What did you tell him?
I told him I just planned on killing him, taking some, leaving. He was like, "You're gonna give me that assault rifle and that sawed off."
Isaiah tells the detective that immediately after shooting his grandparents, he went to pick up Damien, a friend of his, before supposedly bringing him to the crime scene. That fact that Isaiah brought his friend over to the house after committing the brutal act is disturbing to say the least.
All these kids are psychos, bro. And then you have this older guy who's just manipulating this little dumbass. Like, what the oh.
Isaiah now tells the detective that he took a sawed-off shotgun, a knife, the rifle, the truck, all of his toiletries, the TV, and some clothes from the house. Afterward, he drove Damien back to the house of their friend, Brandon's girlfriends. Then another detective enters the room with food for Isaiah.
So they just basically robbed him. They just robbed his ass after he killed his grandparents.
Before the two make small talk,
Well, honestly,
Oh, he's got the Jack in the Box. He's living, bro. He's living. Let's talk, buddy.
I broke my phone in half a couple nights ago because Dalton calls me and he's like, "You killed your grandparents."
Oh, he said Dalton calls me. I think that's probably a brother.
And I was like,
Nope.
"Nope,
Brother.
never happened." Just denied it all because it was one of my friends calling. I thought he was just with me, and then this girl sends me a picture of News Squad and a bunch of cops in front of the house. So I snapped my phone in half.
as they talk, Isaiah mentions
He goes Jason Bourne on him. He snaps his phone in half. It's Jason Bourne out here, y'all. He's going on the run. He's gonna get away.
And something particularly tragic.
My mom doesn't even know what's going on right now. Kind of worried about that, but sure. Oh well.
That's understandable. It's your mom.
Yeah.
When was
She
the
doesn't
last
even
time
know
you
her
talked to
parents
her?
are dead.
Oh, she doesn't know at all?
No, she doesn't know her parents are dead.
When was the last time you talked to her?
Probably 2-3 hours before I snapped my phone, I called her.
Okay.
She was pretty much the only person I didn't tell the real story to.
Okay.
I told her I was on the run. And a few of my friends, I was like, oh, I sold the truck and just left.
Sure.
A couple of them, oh, I killed my grandparents. Oh, well, let me come over to the house and loot.
He deals with trash friends, if that's their first comment. Trash.
Isaiah's stories seem to be rather jumbled, but this could be out of anxiety from the interrogation, or the fact that he knows he is caught and there's no way out at this point. When the first detective enters the room again, he begins to question Isaiah's tale regarding his apprehension.
Why you run from the cops? What were you afraid of?
One of my friends in CR told me that they were going to handle me extremely roughly because I did what I did.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to get tased or...
Sure.
I just wanted to get shot
Why'd you want to get shot?
so that I wouldn't have to...
Okay. Why didn't you want to get yourself?
Because
Why aren't you dead, son? Could have bit your tongue or something. You could have
it was too damn hard. It just didn't work, ever.
Just didn't work.
Never works.
Okay.
I just think God wants me here for some damn reason.
Okay. Why do you think then it was okay to shoot your grandparents but not yourself? I mean, that's a tough question to ask, right?
Yeah.
I know it's a sign.
It wasn't okay.
It wasn't okay, was it?
However, his claim about wanting to get shot is incongruent with his behavior of coming forward with his hands up when he was surrounded by police. Isaiah may be once again looking for sympathy from the detective by saying that he wanted them to kill him. Despite Isaiah's confession of his actions before...
No, I don't think he wants sympathy. I think he wants them to think like he's suicidal, so we can't take him to jail. Or I don't know.
Or during and after the shootings, he still has yet to state exactly why he killed his grandparents.
Did you look outside to see if any of the neighbors
Oh,
lights?
yeah.
Okay, how come? Well, I mean, why'd you look outside?
Because I wanted... Well, I took a shower and packed everything up. I wanted to make sure no neighbors would like, call the cops, holy shit.
Did you watch? I mean, did you check yourself for... Did you see if you got any blood on you or anything?
I had nothing on me.
Nothing? I mean, did you look
I was
yourself
far,
in the mirror?
I was far enough away to a point where nothing, like, all the stuff they all went that way, and I was this way.
Okay.
I mean, there's probably some traces of guts and brains on my feet because I kept stepping on people, and it was really gross.
What were you, I mean, were you barefoot when you shot him? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you haven't washed your feet or anything since then? Okay.
Well, no, I did take a shower at my therapist. Scratch that.
Bro, I'd smack the shit out of him, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel like adults, I wouldn't really, you made your decision. But him, it's like, why? Like, I would smack the fucking shit out of this little kid. Like, you see how he's leaning forward like that? Like, right, I have calluses on my hand. I would fucking smack the fucking dog shit out of him.
This negates Isaiah's previous statement that he took a shower at his house immediately after the shooting, and is yet another hiccup in his story. He goes on to explain how his therapist, Candace, is his aggression replacement therapy teacher and is one of the few responsible adults in his life, if not the only one. Later, however, exactly how Isaiah arrived at her home following the crime will be uncovered, and it only goes to show that wherever Isaiah was, trouble wasn't too far behind.
What's aggression replacement treatment?
How not to do stupid shit that gets people besides me hurt. Like
Okay.
how not to hurt people around you.
Okay.
I'd pass the class the week this happened.
You've been doing pretty good in the class? Good. Okay.
Isaiah states that he took the rifle, 12-gauge shotgun, and TV to Brandon's apartment in Cambridge, where the friend was allegedly going to buy the guns. Supposedly, Isaiah was never compensated. As a
You thought you was gonna get paid for the guns? Bro, this guy... Yo, naive little shit. That's all I can say.
Result of Brandon's involvement, Isaiah has some concerns.
I know they're probably going to be in jail for a while for this. Are they in the same building as me?
I have no idea.
Because that's what I'm really, really worried about.
I have no idea. I saw Brandon earlier.
Really?
Yeah, I told you we were talking to your friends.
What'd you ask? What'd you talk to them about?
We were trying to find you.
Where'd
Trying
they
to
say
find
I
out
was?
where you were at. They didn't know where you were at. So, did they know where you were at
Oh, yeah.
the whole time?
Oh, yeah. I was in contact with them every single day.
Okay, with what?
My phone.
Bro, he's snitching on his friends now. Bro, he's such a fucking dumbass. Don't be friends with a guy like that. Don't be friends with what's his name? Sweet. All I think about is his name. I can't think of his first name. Don't be friends with a Sweet, bro.
The detective informs Isaiah that he is well aware that the teenager's cell phone had abruptly been shut off during the course of events on Sunday, May 13th. But he wants to hear from Isaiah just how that came to happen.
One of my friends sent me a picture of the crime scene and told me I killed my grandparents, so I snapped my phone in half so they couldn't trace it.
Okay.
I'm
So
not
how
a
did
stupid
you-
person.
I know you're not. I know you're not.
I'm a
stupid.
very smart criminal.
Oh, you are.
I've got a criminal mind.
Okay.
I do.
This is likely a sign of narcissism, as Isaiah may see himself as superior and more clever than other people. And once again, the detective portrays a sense of admiration, which is likely to play into Isaiah's narcissism and keep him talking.
Built that way.
I've got an everything mind.
So when you say you're talking to these guys, when you're kind of on the run before you broke your phone, are you texting them? Are you communicating with them on Facebook? What are you doing?
Texting, calling.
Okay. You got any access to the internet on your
Nope.
phone?
It was a flip phone. I was tweeting a storm up, though, and I think I updated my Facebook status a couple times through, like, you can text it to Facebook.
Oh, okay. What were you updating on your Facebook?
I don't know what was on Facebook, but I know I was tweeting a bunch of random. This old black dude said that was really high, and I thought it was hilarious.
Isaiah did in fact contact his friends following the murders, even confessing to one of them his additional crime of theft.
Gonna drop that bitch and put in on Dubs. Right? F has a truck. What are they saying?
Texting a stolen Chevy Avalanche. Cham. His friend's response, a simple LOL,
Fucking
followed
dumbass.
by Isaiah's chilling return, I'm nuts. Along with this, Isaiah began to post alarming statements on Twitter, starting on May 11th, the same day of the murders. Isaiah stated, "No excuses, no apologies," followed by, "I'm dying." But his next quote was even more horrifying, as it was posted around the same time as the violent shooting was committed. At 12:10 a.m. on Saturday, May 12th, he wrote, "Time to live my life." The detective switches gears by inquiring about Isaiah's run-in with law enforcement on the early morning of Sunday, May 13th. You'll recall that this was the day Rick and Janet's bodies were found, 2 days after they were shot. Apparently, Isaiah had been driving two girls around Iowa City in the previous hours, making several appearances at nearby parties. As the night was coming to a close, they stopped at the fast break convenience store located on Naples Avenue, and someone in the group allegedly tried to open the locked doors of the business, thereby issuing an alarm trigger. When police arrived, Isaiah and his passenger supposedly denied any involvement, but police would later claim they were in.
Why'd they stay there? They're idiots, bro. Why'd they stay there then? You triggered the alarm. Leave.
Indeed lying. Not only that,
White
but
kids,
Isaiah
man.
failed to provide a valid license, as his was previously suspended for an unknown reason. In an attempt to cooperate, the passengers allegedly notified the officers that Isaiah was hiding drugs in a duffel bag within the vehicle, along with a hunting knife. But Isaiah denied permission for law enforcement to search his truck, and instead told them that he had various drugs stashed away. Isaiah was quickly taken into police custody, where it was discovered that he launched another string of abnormal tweets. At 6 a.m. on Sunday, May 13th, he posted, "Damn, can't wait to get out of the cop shop. Hashtag 6 unnecessary hours." Numerous others are too explicit to read, but nonetheless, Isaiah was not afraid to say what was on his mind. As he tweeted away
To
on his
5
phone at the
people.
police station, officers notified Isaiah that he could only be released upon the authorization of a legal guardian, since he was underage. The teenager swiftly realized that this was a massive issue, as his 2 legal guardians were, thanks to his doing, no longer alive. According to him, he lied and told law enforcement that his grandparents had been in Minnesota on a fishing trip and had limited cell phone service, but they would be able to get in contact.
Oh, he sent them on the fishing trip. He sent them on the waters.
With his mother. Sure enough, Stacy allowed Isaiah to be released and handed over to his therapist Candace, where Isaiah supposedly ate sausage, eggs, and hash browns and took a shower.
He's kind
Not
of
too
smart.
long after his short-term stay at her house, Candace seemed to find a shocking object within her residence and thought that it may have belonged to her patient, Isaiah. Immediately, she contacted the local authorities
Okay,
without
well,
his knowledge.
Not that
Let
smart.
me ask you this: is we got a call from her today? Was there any reason that there was a .40 caliber round that was found up there? Nothing. Did you have a handgun on you at all?
No, sir.
No .40 caliber
You can
rounds.
lie detect me for that. No,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, so .40 caliber round that would have been found up there
Where was it found?
in her house.
Really? Mm-hmm. No, sir.
Not from you.
No, sir.
Okay. You're sure?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Although the .40 caliber round was identified at Candace's home, it has never been confirmed as to who it belonged to.
I
Isaiah
don't think it was
states
for
that his
him.
stay at his therapist's house lasted a mere hour and a half
little 40
before she
cal right here.
supposedly drove him back to the Cambridge apartments,
Little 40
where he
cal.
met up with a girl named Alicia.
Did anybody even try to go to my phone records?
That's one of the things that we commonly do. Is we try and get phone records. Yep.
And if you have murder charges or something, felony like that, you can get phone records like that.
But how do you know that?
I know everything.
I know, but how do you know that? I mean, you researching it.
I know a little bit of everything about everything, honestly. Like,
Okay.
you learn something new every day. I
Sure.
guess.
Isaiah appears to possess several narcissistic traits,
Very.
such as being egotistical and having a grandiose sense of self. He views himself as a very smart criminal, which is incredibly ironic given that he was arrested so soon after the crime and is currently being interrogated.
Let me look back at my notes here, make sure I'm not missing anything.
If you want, I can look through them and tell you if you missed anything.
I bet you could.
It's possible that Isaiah is once again implying that he thinks he's smarter than the
Do you think he's being a smartass, or he really thinks? Put in the comments. Do you think he's really being like serious, or if he's just being a smartass? Like, if you want, I could look him. I can't tell. Shit. Oh, we're just gonna leave those in the back dropping.
detective and could more easily find any mistakes. He's also likely very curious about what the detective has been writing down about him. But of course, the detective does not allow this to happen.
So who all do you think you've told about this?
Brandon? You told
Minors.
Before or afterwards?
I don't know when he started texting people, but
Okay.
I got so many goddamn phone calls about, oh, did you kill your grandparents? I heard you killed your grandparents.
Get a little out of hand after a while.
Oh, I started freaking out on people.
When they took you into custody down there and they finally got you, did you say you were proud of what you did?
It could be a red flag for deception that Isaiah's way of responding has changed from talking at a normal volume to suddenly shaking his head rapidly and responding quite softly.
Okay, we heard that you said, hey, I'm proud of what I did and, I got what's coming to me.
No, what I said when I got out of the car is, I thanked them for apprehending me
Okay.
and that they did their jobs right, and I thanked them for not tasing me or letting the dog eat me.
Okay. Somebody told us that you'd... And then not that this...
Somebody must have heard me wrong. I
Okay.
actually did thank them and
Okay.
told them I respect them a lot for what they did.
Okay. And did you say, hey, dude, I know
And
what
I
I got
told them I
coming.
deserved what I deserved
Well, how would they mishear that? Or maybe they're fucking with him. But I don't think so.
what I got coming to me.
Okay.
Thanked them for apprehending me.
Because you understand what you did
Yes.
with your grandparents. Okay. And it wasn't anybody else that did it. It was you.
Yep.
Right? There was nobody else
Nope.
in that house with
Nope.
you. Okay.
The detective has been concealing a rather large piece of information that goes to show that the killer teen had not been completely honest so far.
You know, essentially at the end of the day, you know, and I was going to show you a picture of the gun. Would that be the gun? Kind of a dark picture.
You know that's it.
Yes, it is. How'd you know?
I know lots of things. Is that the gun that you used?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys have this gun, don't you?
Mm-hmm. How? You said earlier that you're pretty smart. We're pretty smart at what we do.
Oh, they're about to crack him. They're about to crack this kid. Yo, my camera crapped out, y'all. So here I am. That's what I was talking about with the baby face. But anyways, back to this shit.
Obviously.
We do good work.
Oh, you traced my phone calls and my text messages and figured out Brandon had it.
We ended up with the gun.
That's what counts.
Okay?
Prior to
That's
the
what
shooting,
counts. He's a
Brandon had
shithead.
offered advice to Isaiah on how to use the rifle, which ultimately ended the lives of Janet and Rick. Additionally, the pair discussed other ways to kill the victims. The morning of May 13th, Isaiah told Brandon that he could break into his grandparents' home and take whatever he wanted. When Brandon arrived, he snuck into the home, but supposedly left in a hurry and didn't notify the local authorities as he was allegedly nervous about the situation. Brandon eventually sold the rifle to another
This was the weapon I used to kill my grandparents. You said sweet. Isaiah Sweet.
friend, but the gun was turned over to the police once the bodies were discovered. Still, the question of why has yet to be answered, but as Isaiah reveals what drove him to commit the ultimate crime, he loses all control.
I don't know what built up in me. I just had so much stress.
Like what?
My grandma was dying of cancer. My grandpa called me a piece of shit every night of my life and every day. He constantly told me to just kill myself or fall off the earth. They treated me like... I tried so hard to help my grandma with everything. But my grandpa made everything so hard because he'd always stress me out, scream at me for no reason. And I didn't know what to do anymore, so I just snapped. Shot both of them and stole the truck.
Okay.
If Isaiah's claims are true, this type of long-term verbal and emotional abuse from his grandpa would have been extremely damaging. However, it's important to keep in mind that
I wonder if that's true. I wonder if he's capped or if that's true. Either way, you can't. He was like, I'm gonna just send y'all to your maker, bro, together. Sheesh.
he could be lying in order to provide a justification for his actions. After all, he doesn't say that his grandma was abusive, and he still killed her as well. We also cannot verify any of these claims.
What did she and why did you shoot Grandpa first?
I hate it.
Why?
He's made my life a living hell.
Okay. How long had you been thinking about doing that?
That one day.
That one day?
That one day.
No, you've
Okay.
been thinking about it for months, years.
Well, I had thought and thought and thought, but I never really made a plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of, when you say thought and thought and thought, what kind of things are you
I
thinking?
wanted to kill my grandpa, but I never wanted to hurt my grandma.
Yeah.
It's just I could have just left her there. Shouldn't did it.
Piece of shit.
Isaiah's legs are shaking, possibly from the anxiety of being questioned or reliving the trauma of committing a violent crime. If he had previously been a danger to himself as he claims, this could also be the cause of his notable trepidation.
Okay. And did he see it
He
coming?
didn't even notice.
I mean, where was
He
he
was so
looking?
drunk and high on his oxycontin and hydrocodone,
Okay.
he didn't even know where.
Let me do this if I can. If you're stand up real quick. If I'm your grandpa sitting over on the couch like he. Are we this
let's
close?
say He was sitting like this,
Okay.
kind of down like that. I was right about here on the stairs.
Okay. So is he hunched over? Is he asleep?
Yeah, no, he's just out of it
So,
on his
yeah.
drugs.
So he
Yeah, he was
okay,
hunched
like
over
this.
like. Well, I was on the fourth or fifth stair down at first, so I could see his hair from there. When I took the first shot, I took one step up, a stair up, so I could see his whole head shot.
Where
And
the first shot hit him?
First shot, straight through his head.
Right here?
Right temple.
Okay. Right temple?
No, like right in the temple.
Oh, right in the temple.
Yeah.
Okay. And what'd he do?
Smacked his face off the coffee table.
Okay. So when you're coming up the stairs, did you kind of sneak up the stairs?
Man, that must be a crazy scene right there. That's a wild fucking scene right there. Shit. You just step up and boom, grandpa, gone. Leaking.
Stairs a little bit?
I was like,
How come?
I didn't want him to hear me.
Okay.
And then, like,
He's
as
so
soon
weird,
as
bro.
And where's Grandma?
I took this step right here, Grandma would be like 3 feet to the side
That
of you.
way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and I stepped up the first stair, took the shot, stepped up the second stair, took 2 more shots.
At Grandma?
By demonstrating how the killings occurred, the detective is solidifying the fact that this shooting was not in self-defense or in any way provoked by his grandparents.
Grandma treated me terribly. Nobody would ever believe it. He's assaulted me before. He's done so many different things wrong to me.
Okay. But he didn't do
Smack
anything
the
to you
bitch
that
ass
night.
up.
And it's just, I could never report any of it because my grandma would always vouch for him and make me look like the bad one. Like, he'd smoke pot with me, and I'd tell it to the cops, and he'd just be like, nope, never happened.
Notice that Isaiah's hands are palm up as he talks, which is known as the rogatory position. When someone holds their hands in this way, they may be pleading with the other person to believe what they're saying. The rogatory position indicates low confidence, so if someone makes a statement that they know for a fact is true, their body language should reflect high confidence.
Telling you the truth.
When I got
Nah, but if I say I'm telling you the truth, bro, I'm telling you the truth. It's kind of like, I mean, if I'm innocent, I might do that, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are you not getting? Like, you know what I mean? So, like, honestly, that's a natural response from me. And I don't really lie that often. Everybody lies, but I don't lie that often. I don't do that shit. And if I was lying, I wouldn't. I don't know.
got busted for paraphernalia, when I got put on probation, that was his pipe. I tried so many times to tell the cops that, but they were like, it's in your room. And I was just like, it was his, though.
The detective handles a question raised by Isaiah that is sure to come as a complete surprise.
Has their funerals been held yet?
No, I don't think they have, Isaiah. I don't know. I haven't heard.
Would there be
anything
any
about the
way I'd be
funerals.
able to go to them?
That I couldn't tell you. And I'll tell you, since you're shooting straight with me, I doubt it. Okay. I don't know. I don't make that call.
Well, I don't want my family to kill me anyways.
Okay.
Although we are able to hear from Isaiah throughout the interrogation, he spoke with us in an exclusive, never-before-heard interview where he expanded on the alleged abuse and gave us a deeper look into what he now believes led to that fateful day.
There wasn't any, like, in my head, there wasn't any make it to 18. I've gotten shot twice before I was 17. I didn't think I was going to be around that long. That wasn't a...
Let's get corroborate that. Let's get some medical examination. Where are the bullet wounds?
thought. I had no regard for my life whatsoever. Everything I did was so obviously a cry for help that it didn't make sense. And nothing good happened. Nobody tried to help, nothing. So in my head, I was like, all right, I'm on my own, so I'm just going to, I don't know, like, what do I do? And then once I'm on house arrest, like, you can't even get away from the problems at this point. So how do you eliminate the problem? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that other people failing me throughout my life is the reason I did it. At the end of the day, I'm the reason I did it. I chose to do what I did. But a lot of things could have happened if I would have had options.
Isaiah explains the alleged abuse that he endured at the hands of Rick and Janet.
We had those kind of interactions where I'm like, hey, like they'd call the cops, and I'd be like, he literally just hit me. And I defended myself. What am I supposed to do? Or, like, he had a bunch of plants in the backyard, and they knew about it. And they were like, oh, that's just ditchweed. Just leave that alone. They just pulled the plants and left them alone. And there was a few occasions where I was like, okay, he assaulted me, like literally. And my grandma would be like, nope, didn't happen that way. He hit him first. And they'd be like, well, if you press charges, you're both going to go to jail because they both say that you did it first. And it's their word against yours. No one's going to listen to a dumb kid. Who cares about that?
No, that's exactly what he is. A dumb fucking kid. Nah. I call cap on all that shit. They probably were kind of pieces of shit, you know, from here to there. But there's no reason that you just go and blast them, bro. Run away. Try that. Run away. But no, you're too much of a... You kill them and then get caught up by the police. Just fucking run away.
Kid, right? Doesn't
You're
matter
17.
if a 15-year-old's getting his ass kicked. That's irrelevant.
His claims about his feelings toward his grandmother seem to be ever-changing. During this particular account, it seems he's placing at least some of the blame on her, which is in contrast to his statements during his interrogation.
I wanted to kill my grandpa, but I never wanted to hurt my grandma.
She was a mega enabler, and the verbal abuse and the emotional abuse was from her. She was the one that was doing a lot.
All right, fuck this kid. Yo, it was a really dope interview. If you guys fucked with it, drop a like and subscribe. You know, we're coming back with another one very soon. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out.